It's time once again to pit college against college in a battle of electronic wits. Their playing field is our stage. The contest is Venture's 1989 Sight&Sound Bowl. Our teams for today's matchup are the Purchasing University Pencil Nets and the Fightin' Hyenas from Friendliness University. And now the star of the Sight&Sound Bowl, Glenn Chase.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 1989 edition of Venture's Sight&Sound Bowl. We've compiled a team of experts from Friendliness University who will pool their extensive knowledge of Venture's electronics business and go head-to-head with the experienced and formidable challengers from Purchasing University. The rules of the game are simple. I'll read a series of questions relating to Venture's Spring 1989 Sight&Sound sale. The team that buzzes first will have the opportunity to answer. A correct answer is worth 10 points. An incorrect answer will cost that team 10 points, and the other team will be given a chance to answer the same question. The Sight&Sound Bowl consists of 3 rounds: the preliminary round, the lightning round, and the Super Bowl round. By the way, we invite our viewers at home to play along and challenge your speed and knowledge of Venture's electronics business. I'd like to start out by introducing the members of the prestigious Friendliness University. I'll ask 14-year alumnus Captain Brad Glazer to introduce the other members of his team. Brad, good luck.
To my right is assistant buyer Chris Parker, who's responsible for cameras, calculators, word processors, and musical keyboards. And to his right is Jeff Quitzel, our distributor for our TV games, telephones, cameras, and calculators. And to his right is our Region 1 Regional Merchandise Manager, Bill Rose.
Thank you, Brad, and good luck to the Fighting Hyenas of Friendliness University. Now let's direct our attention to the challengers from St. Louis's own Purchasing University. The team is led by Captain Paul Bine, buyer of audio and video electronics. Paul, good luck.
Thanks, Glenn. To my left is the assistant book buyer, Mr. Ron Spalding. And to his left, the assistant audio-video buyer, Bruce Burstein. And next to Bruce, our audio-video distributor, Mike Coleman.
Thank you, Paul, and good luck to you and the pencil necks from Purchasing University. Introductions out of the way, we're set to begin with the preliminary round of the 1989 Sight&Sound Bowl. Contestants, hands on your buzzers, please. This new feature has become an overnight buzzword that describes boosting the bass in Sony Walkmans. Burstein, Purchasing you.
Megabass. And Venture now carries 2 Megabass units from Sony. Sight&Sound will feature model WMAF 64 with Dolby Stereo, Auto Reverse, and 3 FM presets for only $79.99.
That is correct for 10 points. Here's a multiple choice. Sight&Sound is so important to the spring season, it actually represents 5, 10, or 20% of total electronic sales for the spring. Spalding, Purchasing you.
20%.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Friendliness you. Glazer. Friendliness you. 10% is correct. Sight&Sound represents roughly $5 million of $49 million for the total spring. Newness is an important ingredient in any major event. For Sight&Sound, name 2 categories that did not run last year. Quitzel, Friendliness you.
Old-fashioned radios and Southside storage.
That is correct. Also new for the spring, Megabass Walkmans and digital diaries. Next question. Which item has added big plus sales to Department 315 and also represents the biggest gross margin percent and dollars in that department? Buying, Purchasing you.
The videotape rewinder. And Sight&Sound will feature the deluxe video rewinder, Glenn, with step-up features like fast forward and a digital tape counter. We'll sell 70 a store at $19.88 for $95,000.
That is absolutely correct. Let's stay on the videotape rewinder for another question. What is the key benefit in using this product? Coleman, Purchasing you.
You don't wear out the motor in your VCR because you're not rewinding the tape.
That is correct for 10 points and puts Purchasing you back in the plus column with 10. To add some extra excitement to our music and movie page, we will give away big prizes as part of a consumer sweepstakes. What are they? Quitzel, Friendliness you.
Sailboats.
Correct. We're giving away 1 in each major market. Keith, why don't you describe them for us?
Sure, Glenn. It's the Johnson Mini Scow. It's 12 feet of sheer sailing fun. Comes complete with a large, sealed-off cockpit and a shoreline trailer for easy transport to the lake. Venture's giving away 3 of them during Sight&Sound. So, whether you're a first-time sailor or an old salt, Johnson Boat Works makes sailing a breeze.
Thanks, Keith. Here's a multiple-choice question. The remote control joypad for Nintendo allows you to play without using annoying wires. The range of this joypad is A, 15 feet, B, 30 feet, C, a country mile. Parker, Friendliness University.
30 feet.
30 feet is correct. Good going, Chris. Next question. Getting extra footsteps into Venture helps the entire Sight and Sound sale. For 10 points, what single item will produce the greatest unit sales with 190 per store? Christine, purchasing you.
Nintendo cartridges.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Remember, I said single item. Parker, Friendliness you.
Polaroid videotape. And during Sight and Sound, we will sell 14,000 3-packs at $9.99 each for a total of $140,000 chain-wide.
That is correct. Sight and Sound marks the first ad for the Memorex Universal Remote at $44.99. What major TV and VCR brands will it operate? Coleman, purchasing you.
I believe it'll work with any infrared TV or VCR.
That's amazing but true, Mike. It's worth 10 points and brings purchasing you up to even again. Voice activation, or VOX as it's called, is a key feature in the AT&T 1310 telephone answering machine. What does VOX do? Blazer, Friendliness you.
VOX means that the answering machine will turn itself off when the calling party hangs up.
That's correct for 10 points and brings Friendliness University up to 60 points. On the table to your right, you're looking at 3 items running in Sight and Sound. Which item will produce the greatest gross margin dollars? Is it Polaroid's 3-pack videotape at $9.99, the Emerson 4-head VCR at $249.99, or the joystick for Nintendo at $7.99? Rose, Friendliness you.
I think this might be a trick question. I'll go with the joystick.
I'm sorry, Bill, but that is incorrect. Coleman, purchasing you.
Has to be the Polaroid 3-pack videotape.
I'm sorry, that's also wrong. Let's flip the cards and check out the numbers. The joystick comes in at $10,500 gross margin dollars. The Polaroid 3-pack videotape is worth $21,000 gross margin dollars. And the Emerson 4-head VCR, with sales of 1,000 units, will generate $250,000 in sales. And while the gross margin percent is only 10, it still means $25,000 in profit. Next question. Clearly the most unique feature of the deluxe AT&T 5200 cordless telephone. Bind, purchasing you.
You can leave the handset away from the base, Glenn, for up to a week without having to recharge it.
That is absolutely correct. A true or false question. During Sight and Sound, or for that matter, any ad week, Nintendo cartridges may be merchandised outside the boat on an end cap. Spalding, purchasing you.
False.
That is correct. And due to major shortage implications, cartridges always must remain behind the showcase and, in fact, must be paid for at the electronics register. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that bell signals the end of the preliminary round. A quick check of the score shows Friendliness University on top with 40 points and Purchasing University close behind with 30. We'll be right back with our lightning round where the point values double and the action becomes fast and furious right after this.
Since the beginning, the hand has been a symbol of power, never to be improved upon until now. Giving you power, ultrasonic sensors. Giving you control, cybernetic keypad. Giving you a better link between man and machine. The Power Glove. Power Glove. A better link between man and machine.
Welcome back to the 1989 Venture Sight and Sound Bowl. We're all set to speed up the action as we enter the lightning round, where correct answers are now worth 20 points and incorrect answers will cost you 20 points. Remember, players, 2 incorrect answers in a row and you're eliminated. Pencil necks, hyenas, hands on buzzers, here we go. Who will be the biggest audio supplier for Venture in 1989? Burstein, purchasing you.
Sony. And Venture has positioned Sony along with GE Magnavox for big growth in audio in 1989.
That is correct. What buzzword is becoming the hottest feature in TVs for 1989? Blazer, Friendliness you.
Stereo TV. And Venture will carry the 19-inch Emerson stereo TV and the 20-inch GE stereo TV this spring.
Correct. What makes this 35mm autofocus camera unique is an infrared remote control that lets you get into the picture. What camera is it? Parker, Friendliness you.
The Canon SureShot Ace. And during the Sight and Sound sale, we'll sell 500 of them for $149.
That is correct. It's an electronic telephone and address book that holds up to 1,500 names and numbers, a memo pad, appointment calendar, a calculator, and is on ad, Sight and Sound for $99.99. What am I describing? Coleman, purchasing you.
Well, it sounds like Paul's wife, Glenn, but I think it's the new 4,000 digital diary.
That is correct, and it brings data banks into a whole new era. Ready? Every phone sold at Venture, except the low-end promotional, will operate on either a touch-tone or pulse rotary telephone line. What is this important feature called? Rose, friendliness you.
Tone pulse switchable.
That is correct for 20 points, bringing your team up to 100 points, Bill. High-speed dubbing, continuous play, frequency synthesized, automatic standby, or auto-reverse. Which of the preceding is not a term associated with compact stereos? Buying, purchasing you.
Automatic standby. Automatic standby from the base describes a feature that allows you to pick up a telephone and use it instantly without it having to switch it on. By the way, this feature can be found on the Cobra CP468 running during Sight and Sound for only $59.99.
Right, for 20 points. Vox, micro cassette, monitoring, two-way recording, toll saver. Ritzel, friendliness you.
What is microcassette?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let me repeat the entire question for Purchasing University. Vox, micro cassette, monitoring, two-way recording, toll saver, 80,000-word spell checker. Which would you not find on a telephone answering machine? Coleman, purchasing you.
How about an 80,000-word spell checker? By the way, you can find an 80,000-word spell checker in the Franklin Wordmaster on sale for $84.99 during Sight and Sound.
That is correct for 20 points. The Magnavox word processor will be advertised in Sight and Sound for $379.99. It features a letter-quality printer, 32K internal storage, on-screen step-by-step instructions, and what other key convenience feature? Laser, friendliness you.
It also has a 50,000-word spell checker.
That's correct for 20 points. Your team is now at 100 points. As part of Venture's Sight and Sound preparation, the regional merchandise managers put together a Sight and Sound checklist that is sent to the stores 3 weeks prior to the event. What is a Sight and Sound checklist? Coleman, purchasing you.
It's a time and action calendar that the stores use to ensure a perfect ad set.
I'm not surprised you got that one right. It's worth 20 points, bringing Purchasing University up to 130 points. To help keep shortage at the minimum, the stores are required to record the camcorder serial number and register receipt when sold. What loss prevention device am I referring to? Rose, friendliness you.
The camcorder log.
That is correct for 20 points, Bill. As basic as it might seem, many sales are lost because samples are not operational. Name 4 categories that are most adversely affected by this. Buying, purchasing you.
TVs, VCRs, stereos, and keyboards.
That is correct. Customers won't buy a TV with a poor picture quality, nor will they purchase audio equipment that they can't listen to. That's a good reminder to the stores to make sure every sample is operational. Correct for 20 points. Let's continue. Merchandise presentation plays a major role in any strong promotion. In addition to the planogrammed and optional space in electronics, what other merchandise space is available? Burstein, purchasing you.
Marketing plan end caps and tables.
That's correct for 20 points, and we'll be utilizing end caps for the videotape rewinder, the GE AM/FM cassette Walkman, the 10-number memory phone, and space permitting nostalgia radios. Marketing plan tables will be used for Polaroid 3-pack videotape and soft side storage. A true or false question. The Casio 4000 digital diary has a built-in 200-year full-month calendar. Purchasing you, Spalding.
False.
Incorrect. Do we have a guest from Friendliness University? No takers? I'm sorry, the correct answer is true. Next question. The Emerson 4-head VCR is featured in Sight and Sound at $249.99. What's the benefit of 4 heads? Parker, Friendliness University.
Because there are twice as many heads as an entry-level VCR has, and you not only get clearer special effects on stop action, but you also get a sharper, less grainy picture at the slower tape speeds.
Exactly right, Chris, for 20 points. Overall, one of our key vendors targeted for big growth in 1989 is Thomson. What brands do we buy from Thomson? Spalding, purchasing you.
RCA and GE.
That's correct. GE and RCA are actually both owned by one company, Thomson. The Franklin Wordmaster, on sale Sight and Sound for $84.99, not only handles 80,000 words and 35,000 definitions, but offers synonyms as well. For 20 points, how many synonyms? Coleman, purchasing you.
20,000 synonyms.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Laser, FU.
468,000 synonyms.
Also incorrect. The correct answer, of course, is 470,000 synonyms. 470,000. This company is best known for quality watches, but is now ready to enter the audio electronics industry. Who are they? Burstein, purchasing you.
Casio.
No, I'm sorry, Casio is already in the audio business. Remember, consecutive incorrect answers during the lightning round will result in your elimination. Quitzel, friendliness you.
Seiko. And we will promote their AM/FM cassette Walkman with bass boost during Sight and Sound.
That is correct for 20 points. Why is the viewfinder on the Canon SureShot Ace unique? Burstein, purchasing you.
Because you are actually looking at the lens.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I am sorry, Bruce, but that can happen when an individual answers 2 questions wrong in a row. I caution to remind both teams that this is the lightning round. Friendliness University, do you have an answer? No takers? The correct answer is you can use it looking down into it. No points on that question. Next question for 20 points. Who is the current industry leader in TV games? Teams? The correct answer, of course, is Nintendo. Nintendo. Well, that brings the lightning round to a screeching halt. The score after 2 rounds has Friendliness University in the lead with 140 points, and Purchasing You is still in it with 110. We'll be right back in 30 seconds with the Super Bowl round. Stay with us.
U-Force. The U-Force controller for your Nintendo. U-Force, the power-fueled controller for your Nintendo.
Welcome back to Venture's Sight and Sound Bowl. We're about to enter the final round known as the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl consists of 5 questions worth 25 points each with no penalty for a wrong answer. Unlike our first 2 rounds, in the Super Bowl round, the team members may consult each other for agreement, and I will be directing a different question to each team. The first question goes to Friendliness University. You will have 5 seconds to answer. Good luck. For the Spring Sight and Sound sale, which of the following classifications will generate the greatest ad volume? Pre-recorded video, Walkmans, telephones and answering machines, or Nintendo? Good luck. Time's up. I'll ask Captain Brad Glazer to speak for FU. Brad, your answer, please.
Glenn, we've got to say Nintendo cartridges.
Good guess. With 12,500 unit sales, generating $395,000, you're not far off. The correct answer we're looking for, however, will produce $452,000 during May Week 1. The answer with 9 items on ad is telephones and answering machines. Sorry, no points for Friendliness University. Let's continue. Purchasing University, you ready? Here's your first question. Dealing with number 1 helps make venture number 1. Name 4 categories advertised in Sight and Sound from the industry leader in each of those categories. Good luck. Captain Bine, may I have your answer, please?
VCRs, RCA. Walkmans, Sony.
Correct.
Telephones, AT&T. And TV games, Nintendo.
That is correct for 25 points. All have number 1 market shares in those areas. Other number 1s in Sight and Sound include Kodak for film and Thomas for nostalgia. Next question goes to Friendliness University. Are you ready? Verification is an important tool we use to understand the true potential of an item without major inventory risks. For 25 points, name 3 items that were tested in a market before being rolled out chain-wide. Good luck. Your time is up. Captain Glazer, may I have your answer, please?
For sure. Okay, about a year and a half ago, the Mitsubishi Visitel TV telephone.
Correct.
Last spring, we tested word processors
Number
and the
2.
Franklin Spelling Ace.
Number 3.
And you can add to that list fax machines, as we will be testing a Murata fax at $649.99 in the St. Louis market for Sight and Sound. And don't be surprised if cellular phones don't service in the market as well.
Correct for 25 points.
Right.
Let's continue with a question for PU. Shortage had a devastating effect on profitability in the entire electronics division last year. For 25 points, identify 3 steps that were taken to reduce shortage in 1988. Good luck. Time is up. Captain Bine, may I have your answer, please?
Okay, first of all, we've enclosed the electronics department in 18 stores.
Correct.
We pulled TV game cartridges off the selling floor.
Correct.
And we pulled cordless phones and telephone answering machines off the selling floor.
Absolutely right for 25 points. Next question, Friendliness University, for 25 points, another shortage awareness question. The department that posted the worst percentage performance is perhaps the one department that we as venture associates have the most control over. Name that department. Time is up. Captain Glazer, may I have your answer, please?
It has to be the photo finishing department.
That is correct. Department 264, Photo Finishing, which is totally venture service behind the counter, posted a shortage of 9.8% for the year. Purchasing University, Nintendo has revitalized the TV game industry that was dormant for 4 years. Many of the fabulous cartridges for the Nintendo system are actually developed by third-party manufacturers. For 25 points, name 3 cartridges not actually developed by Nintendo. Good luck. Captain Bine, your answer, please.
Top Gun, Double Dragon, and Anticipation.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. Anticipation was in fact developed by Nintendo. As you pointed out, Top Gun is a Konami cartridge, along with other bestsellers like Simon's Quest, Blades of Steel, and Metal Gear. Double Dragon comes from Trade West, who'll soon release a new cartridge called John Elway Quarterback. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, third-party manufacturers actually account for about 70% of all cartridge sales. Next question goes to Friendliness University. Good luck. Resource intensification is a win-win strategy. By maximizing sales with key vendors, they mean more to venture, and venture means more to them. For 25 points, identify which of the following vendors is projected to show the biggest growth in 1989. Nintendo, Sony, Thompson, or AT&T. Good luck. Time's up. Captain Glazer, your answer, please.
Nintendo.
Good guess, Brad, but I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Nintendo represents the biggest volume, but 1988 was a tough act to follow. The biggest increase over 88 will come from our friends at GE and RCA. The correct answer is Thompson. We'll more than double our business from Thompson. Purchasing University, next question. In 1988, Casio introduced a new feature that revolutionized the keyboard industry. They actually digitally reproduce sound so that, for example, a flute sounds exactly like a flute because it came from a flute. For 25 points, what is this feature called, and what is the word used to describe the old way sounds were reproduced? Good luck. Time's up. Captain Bine, your answer, please.
It's called Tone Bank, and the old way they duplicated sound from keyboards was synthesized.
Exactly right. Last question, Friendliness University. Linguistics is an exciting new home office category that represents plus sales. For 25 points, name 3 functions performed by the Franklin Word Master. Good luck. Time is up. Captain Glazer, your answer, please.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say. It's an electronic dictionary.
Correct.
It's a thesaurus.
That is correct.
And it's also a spell checker.
Correct. That gives the Fighting Hyenas 180 points and the lead. Pencil necks, you currently have 160 points, and a correct answer will give you 185 points and the 1989 Sight and Sound Bowl Championship. Good luck. Your final question. Name 3 things the stores can do to ensure a successful sight and sound event. Time is up. Can I have complete silence in the audience, please? Thank you. Captain Vine.
First of all, as with any major event, the store should update their counts 6 weeks out from the ad.
Correct.
Secondly, beef up the department during peak selling periods such as Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Correct.
And follow the guidelines set forth in your Sight and Sound manual.
That is correct. Good job, Pencil Necks. Well, that brings us to the close of this spring's Sight and Sound Bowl. I'd like to start out by congratulating our runner-up team, the Fighting Hyenas from Friendliness University, with 180 points, who waged a tough battle, but unfortunately came up just a little bit short. To help you bone up on the intricacies of the electronics division, I'd like to present each of you with the official Spring 1989 Sight and Sound Manual, along with the Spring 1989 strategies. Good job, gentlemen. Congratulations to our champions, the Pencil Necks from Purchasing University, with your come-from-behind victory. You landed on top as a result of your superior knowledge of the electronics area. Keith Anderson, tell them what they've won.
You bet, Glenn. Purchasing University, pack your bags because your entire team will receive a fabulous European vacation. You'll see all of the beautiful sights in the old country, meet the warm people, and dine on the world's finest cuisine. This dream of a lifetime will be made possible through your very own American Express card. Congratulations from the Sight and Sound Bowl.
I'd like to thank our contestants, studio audience, and players at home for joining us in this edition of Venture's Sight and Sound Bowl. Have a great sight and sound, and see you next event. I'll show you a couple of things.